Hi guys, welcome to Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. Well, this is going to be kind of a long video, so I'm going to set this up as a premiere. So if you got any questions, please feel free to ask them while I'm talking over the video. But you're going to find it pretty interesting. And why don't we just go right into the video, and thank you for coming along my journey, and have an amazing day. Hi guys, welcome to the channel Ron's Keto Cafe, and I'm Ron. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. If you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel. And as always, before we get started, I'm not a doctor. I don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey and getting permission from my doctor first, and I don't answer any medical questions. So please respect that. And before we get started, could you don't forget to like my video, because it definitely helps the channel. Well, I wanted to talk a few different things today and let you know what's going on. Well, I had a doctor's appointment this past week. I was having some issues with my right knee, and I kind of suspected all along that it was arthritis, and it was. We had an x-ray. We had a visit with the doctor this week, and she said, your knee is swollen. And so what she recommended me do right now, we're going to take Tylenol every day and some ibuprofen every day. We're gonna flood the heck out of it with that, the maximum dosage that I'm allowed. And then in another couple more weeks, if it's still flaring up and bothering me, we'll go back and we'll have an ultrasound done or an MRI, and we'll figure out what's going on with it, going into more deeper area. It may eventually need to get replaced, and I wouldn't be surprised if it did. But I've been slowing up on the walking, and but we're going to continue walking despite the pain. And many of you that might be suffering with arthritis and those type of pains, that can be very, very painful. And so, and the weight front wise, we got weighed in that week at the doctor's office, and I weighed 270. I know, ouch. And I knew my scale wasn't quite right or not, but it was pretty close to hers. That was a digital scale, and I weighed myself with the clothes on. On my scale, I was weighing in around 266. Still high for me. So back in 2019, going into the early days of 2020, I was well over 360 pounds. And they decided to go on the ketogenic lifestyle around mid-July to mid-August of 2020. Between January of 2020 to that point on, I was trying Weight Watchers, a lot of different plans to see what I wanted to do to get my weight under control. And as you recall, back in the early days, we were shut down and there was not too much for me to do. And so I decided to go on a weight loss journey. I was in a 6X shirt and a size 60 pant size. And I'm 5 feet 6 inches tall, and at the time I was backtrack 4 years. I was 64 years old, and I was struggling with my anything. I couldn't move not too far, and I needed the cane a lot. The cane quickly became my best friend. And we went up in the early days. I was going down to Worcester, which is the next probably biggest city next to Boston. And I was getting a lot of cortisone treatments and everything. And we had the back x-rayed and had no really quick solutions for my back. And I suspected all that time it was just the extra weight that I was had a burden with. So back in the 2021, going back forward a little bit, I went to a chiropractor, and we had figured out that it was my hips that were bothering me all the time, and not my back that was causing the issue. So back in June of 2021, we had hip surgery replacement, and that's been fine. Back then I weighed 200 pounds, 203 actually to be exact, and I might have had actually a couple of times I might have hit under 200 pounds. And since then, my weight has been spiraling out of control because of the economy between 2020 to 2024, which was going into 225 for next year. And I've been struggling with it because of the economy and the hyperinflation. I cannot keep up with the food pricing right now. If I continue on with the ketogenic lifestyle, which is great, which basically all keto means is just that you're in a hyper state of ketosis, where if you're doing 40 to 20 to 30 net carbs a day, which in the very beginning of my ketogenic lifestyle, I was doing 20 net carbs a day. I was very, very vigilant on what I ate, what I put in my mouth. We did a lot of egg fasts, a lot of beef and butter fasts, and we did all those type of meals that we needed to do to get my weight under to where it needed to be. And I was averaging about two and a half, sometimes 3.5 pounds a week of weight loss, and I was very successful. And early days of 2020, I joined the gym, option 1. Was going there quite often and get some exercise on the bike because it was kind of like in the wintertime, and I was doing some light street walking in some places that I normally go, like the Doyle Estate and those type of places, and Barrett Park, and just street walking. But street walking was tough in the wintertime, and and I can remember putting a pair of cleats on at one point because I started really getting into walking. And then when I decided to join the gym, I was going there instead of the walking, and it worked out pretty good for me for a while. So then the option 1 eventually closed, and I continued on with the street walking, and that's pretty much what I'm doing today, the street walking. Back in August of this year, if you recall, we did 100 miles of street walking, actually 105 to be exact, and I never done that. That was really an overachiever, and I think that's what contributed to my knee issue. But we're not going to let the knee issue stop me from walking and doing what I like to do best, which is walking and getting out there and getting fresh air and talking about my many walking adventures. The ketogenic lifestyle is not maintainable for me and Donna right now because Donna doesn't do weight loss. She had a doctor's appointment this past week, and she only weighs about less than 120 pounds. And she'll eat some of my stuff that I was making, but not all of it. So now I got to make 2 meals for her if I stay with the ketogenic lifestyle. So I came to a very, very difficult solution to my dilemma. I'm going to be leaving the ketogenic lifestyle, and I'm going to go to Weight Watchers or WW. Only for the simple reason is I'm a breadaholic. I like bread, I like pasta, and I like the stuff that I was eating before. And with WW, you can have, a baked potato once in a while. It's all based on your points. And the reason why I want to go to that type of system is because I can have foods that are kind of restricted on keto. Like if I want a banana, I can have a banana on Weight Watchers, and I don't have to feel guilty and enjoy the guilty pleasures of having a banana or an apple for that matter. And plus they have a lot of, quick meals that my wife probably would eat some of those, and I can have a quick meal for Weight Watchers, and then I could just make one of those. I can do a meal like that. And this is a very difficult decision for me because I just, it's a lot of the Weight Watcher meals that she would eat, and I just can't continue on. If I continue on this path that I'm going on, I'm going to soon be up to where I was before, which was 325 when I started on August 17th of 2020. And I don't want to be that high again. I mean, I'm in a 2X shirt right now, which is great compared to where I was in a 6X shirt, but I feel as if I'm not where I want to be and need to be. And I want to still get my goal is always to get under 100, around 180 pounds, around 200 pounds or less. And I only achieved that once in my entire life. As far back as I can remember, I was always a heavy child. I started gaining my weight at the age of, in my teenage years, when I started going to junior high school and grammar school. We were poor. My mom did our best she could do to bring up 4 kids, and my dad only gave us $75 a week for child support. And we ate every form of hamburger, pasta meals. My mom made a lot of spaghetti meals and any form of ground beef that you could think of. I can remember my mom one time, she made us potatoes and gave us eggs, and that's what we had, like home fries and eggs, for that whole week. That's all we could afford. as a kid growing up, I can remember going to school with ripped pants and ripped sneakers and kids picking on me and stuff like that. And one thing led to the next. I didn't have a dad to tell me what to do. And, as a result, kids used to beat up on me, actually physically beat up on me. And, I got to the point where I didn't want to go to school anymore. And I in the early years of my childhood, I skipped a tremendous amount of schooling, which, and fast forward to today, when I was trying to go back to college last year, I struggled with comprehension. And, but I fell in love with video and I fell in love with photography back in 2015 when Donna and we had moved to Plymouth for a little while. And then I really loved photography, so I came into Leominster and I moved back into our home city that I was born in. I didn't like Plymouth for the simple reason is I'm not an ocean person. I was looking at some of my older rents that I was paying in Plymouth for that 1 year. We were only paying $500 a month because it was based on our income. We were living in a high rise. If you're familiar with Plymouth and you know that the Mayflower is there in Plymouth Rock, I was like 2 minutes away from there. I was walking down there every day taking photos and stuff like that when I was living there. And the trawlers and the boats coming in off the ocean over there, going off to the pier, they were coming back with deep sea fishing and stuff like that. And I was going to the Lobster Hut in Woods, which was a place where you get fresh fish every day cooked up, fish and chips and that sort of thing. And then the Lobster Hut was a great place, and Ernie's was a place that was open at the time. Tuesday, you could buy a pizza, get one free, but you had to eat it there. You couldn't take it out, and which is fine. And we Donna and I did all that while, and of course I got to see the Plymouth Parade and all that stuff over there. And the parade went right by the apartment complex that I was living in. So we had some good times back then. But then I came into Leominster, and over the last 4 years after the big election, everything became so hyper inflated. Where your point now is, just for an example, I love diet soda and I drink diet Coke Zero. I bought a 12 pack the other day. It was like $8 for a 12 pack. I couldn't believe it. And then less than 4 years ago, we were paying like under $3 for that same thing. So it went up like over double. And I've been experiencing a lot of this. No matter what I get, everything is double. And I noticed that like when Donna buys the Ritz crackers and all that stuff, or the Nabisco crackers, or the size of the crackers half the size that it used to be, and they're charging you more. And I'm getting so riled with this because I can't keep up with the price of inflation, and now a lot of those products that they made from the past, they changed a lot of it, and a lot of it doesn't taste the same anymore. Let me know if you guys have been experiencing a lot of this stuff. I mean, Donna and I are two seniors, or two elderly people. We're struggling. I'm struggling to make ends meet right now. I'm falling behind on bills that need to get paid. So right now, all I'm basically doing is keeping up with the rent and the electricity. And I was on T-Mobile for a little while, and I don't like it. I don't like how you have to log into a channel when you got to log in and log out. You can't just flip it to one channel to the next with the Roku system. So I'm going back to Verizon Files, and I'll just deal with paying the bill. My daughter's got a huge car payment that we got to pay every month, along with the car insurance and the house insurance. And plus we have all our credit cards are maxed out because we had to live off of those. And I'm almost even with the electricity bill right now, which is great. And thank God they're budgeting with us and helping us out there. And I got a lot of other bills that are due up. And I'm just struggling with the economy like everybody else is right now, and then just weathering the storm. So I decided that since I cannot keep up with the ketogenic lifestyle because of the price of the economy, I'm going to Weight Watchers. And so I hope you respect that. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to keep the keto channel open for now. I was going to close it down and just shut everything all down. But I'm going to recreate a new channel at some point with Weight Watchers and with my journey and how that would go, kind of like I did with the early days of keto. I haven't decided on a new channel name yet, but I'm going to make a lot of, low carb Weight Watcher meals that we can have together. And now in the early days of my YouTube channel, Ron's Keto Cafe, I have a dozen different names that I was using, and I ended up settling on Ron's Keto Cafe, which kind of worked out well for me because I love coffee and I go to the morning coffee shop on occasion when I go out walking and stuff like that. And I'll treat myself every now and then to a pastry, and but again, all that stuff added in and contributed to my weight gain. And on Friday nights when I do the charity, I can get what I want in the kitchen. And, well, a product that they make, and like popcorn or something like that. But if I want to get actually a bag of popcorn, I do pay for that. But like Friday night, they had a lot of leftover food, and I grabbed a slice of pizza, and I gave Donna a slice of pizza, and I had a piece of pie earlier in the night. Again, not keto, so I'm doing keto. That food's restricted, and that's why I had a weight gain, because I go off plan. And the other thing I mentioned many times in my videos, if I go to the store and I see a loaf of bread, and I'm walking by the bakery area, and you get that fresh smell, that fresh aroma of bread and whatever they're cooking for the day, and most of the time it's in my hands, and I sit down and eat the whole stinking loaf of bread. I can't help it. I'm a breadaholic. I'm a foodaholic. Food is an addiction with me, and like most of you that are struggling with the same issues that I have, and yours might be a little different than mine. Now I have lipidemia in my right leg, and I have eczema, and now I got that problem with that, but with the arthritis. But be that as it may, the depression came back in me to a point where I get ready to give up on life, and I don't want to think that way, because it's just what's going on with the economy, and we all know what's coming if you're a follower like I am with everything. But in the meantime, I'm just doing the best I can to stay above water and to keep my weight under control and to keep it down, and to get rid of some more weight so I can feel better about myself. Now, over the last 4.5 years, I completely got new wardrobe of my clothing, from a 6X to at one point I was in a medium, and the mediums, I discarded the shirts and I kept the extra large shirts. So I still got quite a number of extra large shirts and a couple of smaller pant size. So eventually when I get down to those pant sizes again and those shirt sizes, I can just fit right into them again. So, if you're thinking about starting a journey, save your clothes, because if you happen to, go up or down, you'll at least have them. And I always recommend that when you start a weight loss journey, you get a full set of measurements and keep your biggest shirt size or pant size or dress for that matter, and take a full frame photo, have your spouse or person help you out with that, or a friend, and take a side shot and profiles, and you'll be glad you did. Now, every time I go out walking, I'm always grabbing a photograph of myself walking to document my journey, and I enjoy that. And so I'm struggling. I really need your encouragement. I need your help. Let me know if you're doing weight loss and what plan you're on, because I could really use the help. I need recipes to help me with, and I do a lot of researching with recipes and what I can make that are low carb weight loss. And the other thing about, I noticed with Weight Loss Watchers over there, they offer some injections to help you lose weight and some other options besides eating healthy. And they have other weight loss plans like the Mediterranean diet, the South Beach diet, of course the Atkinson diet is just a spin-off of keto and that sort of thing. And then carnivore, and then the Lion diet. You guys ever heard of the Lion diet? And the fads like the egg fast and the beef and butter fast and the sardine fast, and I don't like sardines, so that wouldn't work for me. And but carnivore, I tried carnivore. I can't. Carnivore again is not sustainable to me because I can't afford it. Eating meat 24/7, it's all you're gonna eat, meat all day long and protein. And so again, I'm trying to budget meals according to what Donna and I like. So if I have to buy a box food, I'll buy something box food and make something quick for us, because we live that type of lifestyle where, you know, I'm just doing the best I can do. And so Donna had an appointment this past week, and the doctor wanted to know if she was losing weight or trying to lose weight. She said no. And Donna's got, you know, she's got kidney issues, and the kidney issues are contributing to her weight loss, you know, because she can't, anything she eats is not picking up weight with her, you know, and she's in her 70s, and she's has very fragile bones. And I'm concerned about her because she's fallen in several times, and I had a rough year with her this past year. And I think that stress and the stress of the economy and worry about paying our bills on time, it just all contributed to a snowball effect where it's causing issues with my weight. And those are some of the things that I'm struggling with. So let me know in the show more if you're struggling with similar situations, or what are you and your spouse or your friends are going through right now, because I want to know. And then, because when I went to the parish a couple of weeks ago, they had a concert, and I was talking to some of the, one of the, I guess you would call him a pastor or a minister over there. He was telling me, Ron, why don't you guys come over here? It would be Saturday of the month, on the second Saturday every month, because he and his market basket in those places donate a lot of food to those churches. And then Pilgrim Church on Saturday morning gives a free breakfast to the community. And then I heard one of our local pantries, Jenny's there, they offer food baskets around the holidays too. I don't know if I want to go down there, but I feel proud, and I don't want to accept charity is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because I give back to the community. I've given back my 100% to the community since 2015. And I was, at one point, I had belonged to almost every organization in our city volunteering, and I said, I can't do this no more, I got to stop. I got frustrated with the studio, frustrated with the commission and society. Every little thing was bothering me, and I just said, I can't do it no more. I don't want to do it no more. I do want to go back to I'm still involved with the commission, but on a associate member type thing now. I'm not really, I'm still technically a member, but I just haven't gone down there because I don't want to be obligated to go down there every Tuesday and Thursday, and I want to do like a past and present type thing on a new book, updated book that the guys did a while back ago for a project for me, just so I could keep busy and keep my mind away from the food and the pantry and everything. And but anyhow, I know this is a long video, but I'm just letting you know how I feel and what's been going on with me, health-wise for the most part, other than just the knee area. I've been pretty fortunate that I've been feeling pretty good. And I thank the good Lord every day that I got to see another day. I know we got some big events coming up next month, and hopefully going forward, things will settle down after a while, and things will get back on track with the economy and everything. But let me know you guys are struggling. But thank you guys for all you people, everybody from Daniella Joy to my pal Misty and Stephy and Jess and everybody, and Jess's mom Deborah and Tom and her husband Tom, and I got to meet them last year, and I can't thank everybody enough for always two Krazy Ketos and Keto Twins and always great YouTube channels, and Paula over there from Revelations with Paula and her husband Ed, and I think I mentioned two Krazy Ketos with Joe and Rachel, and Steve from Series Keto, and Anita over there. She interviewed me a few times on the Ketogenic Woman, and everybody. But yeah, and I love interviewing people, and I love being interviewed, and I love talking over the camera and stuff like that. At the very beginning, when I was doing recipes, and it took me a long time to do a recipe on my channel, and I building up a trusted community, and my channels never got monetized, but I did pick up over 2,000 friends, and I'm still thinking about creating a new YouTube channel, so I really don't know. I don't know if I want to keep this channel or maybe I might just leave this channel open and be kind of like slowing down on the podcast and stuff. But I'm still thinking about a new YouTube channel for Weight Watchers, and you know, I don't know about have that in there for a subtitle or anything like that. But geez, some things I'm just contemplating for the upcoming year coming up in 2020 and beyond, to 2025 and beyond. So let me know in the show more if you have any suggestions for me, or on the new chat screen name that I might be thinking about. And yeah, so I guess that's about all I got to say. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for bearing with me. And I can't thank everybody enough for really supporting Ron and Ron's Keto Cafe, because that meant a lot to me and Donna, and your prayers. I always say prayers, and pray for me, and pray for Donna, and pray for the world, pray for world peace, and pray for the country, and pray for your family and friends, because without all that, we're all nothing. And you know, and I accepted God and Jesus in my life a long time ago, guys, and you know, I want to continue with that. And I spent an hour and a half in the morning with prayers in the morning, and just thanking the good Lord I got to see another day. And but I'm gonna get going. You guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to leave some comments below the video. And I don't have a problem with constructive criticism, because I did have an issue the other day. She made a comment about one of my videos about bacon wrapped Berg. She was disappointed in my video is what it was. And you know, she didn't realize that I'm filming by myself, and that probably was an older video that I reposted. It's fine. But 2,000 people on my YouTube channel, and if I get 3 negatives and 1,798 positive responses, then I'm doing something right. And you're always going to get somebody that's going to complain. Oh, speaking of complaining, before I leave, so yesterday I'm going down to Market Basket, right? And I'm going this way, and I'm taking a left, and I'm already with my directional on, going 10 to 15 miles an hour, which is the speed limit. And I was 3/4 of the way in my turn. Somebody decides to run the red light or the stop sign, almost missed Donna me by that much. And I was so pissed, right? But I just shrugged it off, gave Donna almost a heart attack. Me too. And so earlier in that day, I found out there was an accident over there in that same exact spot, because people are running stop signs and they're running red lights, and people don't pay attention to the roads. They're texting on the phone, they're talking on the phone. I get this all the time. This is why, you know, on this channel I was putting up some of the road videos. And from now on, whenever I go out on the road, I'm going to bring my dash, because I want to make sure that if I do get into an accident, I got it on videotape. But anyways, I'm going to get going. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That's all I had to say. But have a great day and have an amazing week. You'll be watching from an update to this video. But have a great day, guys.